Mark Denham on Atom Radio.
Hello, summer is almost here. Well, in fact, it might be here by the time you listen to this, but this is going out on Saturday, the 30th of March, the last day of British winter time. You are going to lose an hour overnight, and then tomorrow, when you wake up, it's British summertime. Welcome to episode 38 of the Atom Radio Best Bits podcast. It's Mark with you from Atom Radio's Drivetime on Monday to Friday on Atom Radio. Before we get into this week's podcast, there's a little bit of a bonus that I want to give you for checking out the podcast this week. And here in the UK, we are struggling massively with Brexit. It's no secret. The whole world can see it. But one of the best things about this is the Speaker of the House of Commons, John Bercow, has come to the forefront. And there have been some absolutely brilliant videos that have come out of the Speaker of the House of Commons, John Bercow, over the recent few weeks. Some on YouTube have been absolutely brilliant. And also I've found a couple today on Twitter as well. So I'm just going to share them here with you. The first one is it's an older video now. It's made by somebody called Darren Dutton on YouTube. Have a look at Darren Dutton on YouTube. This is John Bercow with the Jeremy Corbyn song.
Order, calm yourselves.
Right, that is absolutely brilliant. And then there's a couple that I found today, which are on Twitter. In the UK, we have an MP called Bambos Charalambos. Fantastic name. And a video has gone out today on Twitter. This one is made by Rodri Marsden on Twitter. If you look at Rodri on Twitter, this is brilliant. This is his video of John Bercow announcing the Right Honourable Bambos Charalambos.
Bambos Charalambos. Bambos Charalambos. Bambos Charalambos. Bambos Charalambos.
And finally, as if that's not good enough, this one also came out today from @Rodri on Twitter. The MP for Bristol West, Thangam Debonair. This is brilliant. This really is.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Now, I have to say, whilst the UK, the House of Commons are in chaos at the moment, John Bercow is just worth watching alone. He really is. Even if you're not into politics, YouTube him. There are some great clips on YouTube of him. And check out @Rodri as well on Twitter. Some fantastic clips there. Anyway, on to episode 38 of the podcast. This week's best bits of drive time include a shocking bedroom confession. But don't worry, it's child friendly. You can let the kids listen as well. Your holiday choices with Easter coming up. What are you going to do? A question on parenthood and specifically motherhood. Does dieting near naked help? Is homework too confusing for parents? A job offer that's perhaps too good to be true? My mental age is revealed with a quiz, and also an offer to make up that has been totally and utterly rejected, I guess. And all that just from cutting my grass. Anyway, settle back. It's episode 38 of the podcast, the best bits of Atom Radio's drive time for this week.
Atom Radio, ooh yeah, playing the music you want to hear.
Mark Denham.
AtomRadio.co.uk
21 to 5 on Monday on atomradio.co.uk, on TuneIn, iTunes Radio, and your smart speaker as well. These these speed cameras. Where am I getting TV cameras from? These speed cameras then, like the scourge of the motorist. The top 10 cameras, are you ready? 10th place, the M4 in Port Talbot. In 9th place, the M11 near Luxborough Lane Road. Chigwell in Essex. If you are driving, by the way, past one of these, be careful. 8th place, A45, Brighton Bridge flyover near Coventry. 7th place, A1, Barrowby Thorns in Lincolnshire. The 6th place is North Road, Cardiff, South Wales. In 5, A12 near Stratford St Mary in Suffolk. 4 is Essex, the A217 arterial, Southend Arterial Road. Third place, the A282 Dartford Thurrock Crossing, also in Essex. That's 3 in the top 10 for Essex. Obviously, people in Essex have very heavy right feet. In second place, M62, westbound junction 20 and 19. Between those two in Greater Manchester. And the most grossing and most caught speed camera, the A3024 Maybury King Way in Southampton, caught 51,049 motorists. Wow. This speed camera is grossing £5 million over 3 years as well. That's the UK's top 10 worst roads for speeding motorists.
Drive time with Mark Denham.
Monday's Drive Time. Now, these crisps then, Britain's favourite crisps. I must admit, I'm a big fan of Monster Munch, the pickled onion ones or the beef ones. I'm surprised they didn't make it. But they've ranked them into... Well, I'm looking at the pictures here. There is a picture of a packet of crisps that I've not seen since I was a child that's made it here. However, this is on the Don't Come Anywhere Near Me with these tier. Jacob's Mini Cheddars, Salt and Shake from Walker's, Knick Knacks and Salt and Vinegar Squares. I love those. On the mid-tier, you have got Hula Hoops. You've got the Pickled Onion Monster Munch. This is where people are complaining that it didn't rank higher up. And I love those. Quavers, don't like those. What's-its, don't like those. Ready salted chipsticks are on there as well. I like those. Top tier, this is not quite the creme de la creme. You've got McCoy's, you've got Kettle Chips, you've got Sensations, Sweet Chili Sensations. Nice. And Tyrell K, whatever they are. I have no idea what they are. Then right at the top, there is a gold tier. On the gold tier, you have Doritos. You have... now, I'm trying to work this out, what colour these are. Green Walker's is Green Walker's salt and vinegar? I don't know whether it's salt and vinegar or cheese and onion, but anyway, that's on there, the green one, whatever it is. And the top ranked crisp, Pringles Original. No, go for one of the flavoured Pringle ones, I'd say.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
Belinda Carlisle and I get weak on the big drive home. It's Monday at 13 to 7. You got Mark with you until 7 o'clock tonight. Do you know what? I nearly forgot to do this outrageous bedroom admission, which has sparked controversy all over the internet. It's all started by a man called Steve O'Rourke, who has tweeted about something which him and his other half do in the bedroom. And this has caused the internet to be so divided. Steve has tweeted, "We were just chatting in work and apparently it's weird that Amy and I don't sleep on the same side of the bed every night. Some nights I like to sleep by the window, some nights by the door. It's not really that unusual, is it? ? And, well, people have just gone wild over this. Like, how can you not have a side of the bed? Now, I'm a single man. I live on my own, therefore I can sleep wherever I want in the bed. But I still sleep in the same place I've always slept. I do have a side to the bed. Steve, I don't think that's as usual as you think it is. I'd say it's quite unusual, if I'm honest."
Mark Denham.
AtomRadio.co.uk
4:13, Tuesday's Drive Time. Hello to you. Now, I've got to ask you this, all right? Easter holidays are coming up, not next week, but the week after. So if you're thinking of going away, what are you going to do? Are you going to fly where you could end up, rather than in Dusseldorf, you could end up in Edinburgh because the crew have no idea where they're going? Or are you going to go on a cruise where you could end up perhaps being winched off the boat because the boat runs out of power? Which are you thinking then for your Easter holidays? On holiday, on the plane, or on holiday, on the boat? Which one are you thinking of? It's a difficult dilemma, that now, isn't it?
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
News headlines on the way. However, this today has come out. This is data from childcare.co.uk, which is a platform for childcarers and parents, showing how much mums would charge if it was a paid role. Found that in the UK, mums would earn roughly £12.51 an hour, which on a 24-hour basis would equate to £108,937 a year. Now, don't get me wrong, I am not belittling the roles of mums or dads or any kind of parent. But the thing is, they don't work 24-hour days, do they? You see, because the children sleep and they sleep as well. So they don't work 24-hour days, do they? I mean, obviously, you get up in the morning, hopefully before your child, and you get them ready for the day. You spend the day with them, put them to bed, tidy up after them, wash their clothes, etc., etc. But 24 hours, that may be stretching it a little bit. What would you say as a parent? If you are a full-time parent, what would you actually say that your hours were? $12.51 an hour. Imagine if your children grow up and they become really, really rich, you could charge them like 18 years of $12.51 an hour for however many hours, couldn't you?
Drive time with Mark Denham.
Buzzbox International Rescue on Tuesday's Drive Time on atomradio.co.uk. I do remember it may have been Tina. I'm not sure which one it was, but I did like one of those. Hang on. Let's have a look. See if we can find this. There we are. Yeah, we've got a Fuzzbox and we're going to use it was the full name. And I'm just trying to see. No. Band members. Vix, Maggie, Megan, Saint Black. Oh, no, hang on. No, there we are. Former members, Tina O'Neill. Sure it was her. Hang on. Let me see if I can Google Tina O'Neill and just confirm this for you. Tina O'Neill Fuzzbox. All right. Was it her? I don't know now.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
Someone's in a silly mood, aren't they? Someone's absolutely in a silly mood. So it is. It's the day before another twist and turn in the Brexit negotiations and all that tomorrow. So that'll be quite big. Katie Price is forced to eat in underwear as boyfriend Chris Boyson helps her lose weight. Something tells me Chris is just enjoying this rather than actually helping her lose weight. I can't remember in any diet that I've ever heard of, and I've never dieted in my life, but I can't remember in any diet I've ever heard that anyone's doing. It does say that you must strip off to your underwear to eat. I think that may be slightly made up, Katie, if I'm honest.
Mark Denham.
Atomradio.co.uk. 6:15, as I did say, it is a great time to be a private tutor. Why is that? Because baffled parents are now paying £40 an hour for tutors to help themselves so they can understand their children's homework. Parents are turning to private tutors to help them understand what their children are up to and help them get up to speed with the curriculum. The lessons are available face-to-face or via Skype. So yeah, do you know what? I mean, like, some homework now is actually like quite complicated, and I have to say, my son is only 3, so all is well. But then when he gets a little bit older and his homework gets a little bit more complicated, it'll be things that I learnt when I was at school that I've never used since. And you're thinking, hang on, I need to remember back to all of this now and how to actually do it. And the other thing is, like, you know, you might think, yeah, I know how to do this, but then it's explaining it, isn't it? And the biggest worry, I think, for parents nowadays is that things have changed so much. Like, my godson, who is now 14, I've shown him a couple of things the way I learned to do them. And he says to me, but that's not how we learned them in school. So yeah, it's a great time, isn't it? Parents are hiring tutors for themselves at £40 an hour, not so the difference between the active and passive voice can be explained, but rather to have a chance of knowing what their children are actually supposed to be learning. Beat the Intro is next.
Drive time with Mark Denham.
365.
Atom Radio plays Zed and Katy Perry. 365. I think about you all the time, 24/7, 365. When do you sleep then? Just asking. Do you remember the song Katy Perry did as well? Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? No, I don't.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag?
And now she's saying that she thinks about me 24/7, 365. When does she sleep?
Mark Denham.
atomradio.co.uk.
Thank you. I'm actually going to do it. Ready, steady.
Mark Denham.
The music just turns me on.
Atom Radio.
I tell you, I noticed the other day on Twitter, Lucy Hedges, who you may know from the BBC travel show, she has one of the sexiest voices ever. There is a lady that sounds almost like her, but just not quite as good. I may even share that link later.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
So this job, if you're looking for a new challenge, NASA may be looking for you. They're looking for people, and they're going to pay you £14,000. That's right, £14,000 for 2 months' work. That's it, 2 months' work. Can you imagine if you got that job? And the best part about it is you don't actually have to do anything. They'll pay you £14,000 to lie down for 2 months. The downside of this is that you have to do everything lying down. You're not allowed to get up, so you have to eat lying down. You have to pee and poo lying down. So it's all getting a little bit uncomfortable right now. And you have to be able to speak German as well. Wunderbar. So, 14 grand. It's being done in Germany in association NASA and the European Space Agency. £14,000 to lie down for 2 months to allow NASA and the European Space Agency to do research into the effect of gravity and muscle wastage and that on astronauts. So you'll earn 14 grand for 2 months' work if you can speak German and lie down. You don't really need to be highly qualified for that, do you? If I'm honest. Don't think that's one for the degree people.
Drive time with Mark Denham.
Jump, the Pointer Sisters on Atom Radio. Do you know what? That is from Love Actually, isn't it? After the show, I was at home and I was watching Johnny English Strikes Again. You know, second time I've watched it now. And it's hilarious, it really is. There are some good films around, aren't there? Ellie Goulding, Diplo before that, and Close to Me, it's 6:15. By the way, our poll today is about films, if you haven't already voted. If you look on @UK Atom Radio on Twitter, you'll see I shared a couple of hours ago a link to the poll. Today we're asking you, if a new film comes out, would you go to the cinema and watch it, or would you wait for the Blu-ray and watch it at home? Because if you do go to the cinema, you almost need a second mortgage, don't you? Especially if you go as a family and the kids want popcorn. How much? And you're thinking, oh, please share the popcorn. And they all want their own popcorn. Then there's pick and mix, pick and mix and maybe a drink. So if you're getting popcorn or pick and mix of 4 of you and a drink, it's probably close on to a month's wages this day and age to go to the cinema for a day out. But anyway, what do? Cinema or Blu-ray?
Mark Denham.
It's the big drive home for Friday. You got Mark until 7 o'clock tonight. This quiz, there are 30 questions on this quiz. I didn't realise there were 30 questions. And this is supposed to judge your mental age. So the first question, the iPad is revolutionary, a pointless gadget, expensive or cool? Well, it's not really revolutionary now, is it? Because it's been around a while. So I'm going cool on that one. Question 2, what is the best way to become rich? Get lucky, work hard, become a football player, win the lottery. Well, working hard was the correct answer, I would imagine. Doesn't work that way though, does it? The best way to become rich is to either get lucky or win the lottery in this day and age. That's just the way it is. There's no reward for the hard work. So we'll go with win the lottery, just for fun. It's hot and you want ice cream. What do you choose? A Magnum bar, an Otter Pop, a frozen yogurt or a regular cone? Magnum bar. Definitely a Magnum bar. How often do you forget where you put your keys? Well, I don't. They're always, rarely. They're always in the same place. Twitter is confusing, pointless, essential, okay. I'm going with essential. I like to keep up on Twitter. Do you like McDonald's? Not as good as Wimpy, actually, but it's okay for a quick snack. You wouldn't eat a meal there, would you? You get passed on the motorway by a Ferrari. Your first thought is bet the driver is a snob. They'll not get there any quicker. Not surprising, I'm only going 50 or sweet. I'd go sweet. I'd have the window down, trying to hear the exhaust. What do you do after you finish a meal in a restaurant? Make sure you go to the bathroom before you leave, ask whether the tip is included, or order coffee, or wonder which pub to hit next. I don't drink coffee, but I would order tea. I'm going with the coffee for that anyway. You find an old t-shirt you haven't worn in ages. You can't believe you ever wore that and you throw it out. You consider giving it to charity. You wonder how you ever managed to fit in it. You put it on. I'd put it on. That'd be me. I'll do the 10th question right now. We'll save these because I didn't realise there was this many. Baseball caps look better worn backwards, forwards, or not worn at all? Tricky. Definitely not worn at all. Actually, at the moment, I'm wearing mine backwards a lot. I'm going with backwards. There you go. Right. There's 20 more questions to do on this. We will do those in a little while.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
Got to get through these questions. Birthdays are best for meeting with family, wasting time, presents. I don't actually celebrate my birthday. I'm going to go with that one. I don't really bother about celebrating my birthday. What kind of party would you like? Just hanging out, dinner with friends, wine tasting, dancing in a club. Dinner with friends will do for me. What's the best kind of present? Books, toys, clothes, jewellery. Clothes. What's your morning drink? Soda, energy drink, water or juice? Tea. Not on the list. This is very bad. It's not on the list at all. Out of those, then go with soda. Definitely go with soda. Who? Oh, hang on. I've done that one. Who do you live with? My roommates, myself, my family, my parents. Well, myself. My son does stay occasionally, but myself. Which movie title best describes your love life? Gone with the Wind, Love Happens, 50 First Dates, Sin City, Gone with the Wind. How many credit cards do you have? 1, 2, 3 to 5 or none? We're going with 3 to 5. Do you think twice before eating after 10? No, absolutely not. No, sometimes, always. Who's awake after 10? Definitely a no for that. The current president looks old, young, okay. I don't even know who that is currently. He looks old, doesn't he? He looks old. The best thing on TV is the 24 Hours news channel, CFI, The Simpsons or nature documentaries. Perhaps there's never anything good on TV is the option to go with there. That might be the one. There's still 10 more questions to do on this. How am I ever going to get all these in? I didn't realise there was 30 questions, I got to say. I did not realise there were that many to go. I may do some of them, actually, while this is playing. This is Knack on the big drive home, and my Sharona ahead of Craig David and Sagala. Ain't giving up. It's Atom Radio on a Friday afternoon.
Drive time with Mark Denham.
Yeah, got to get this finished. Are you left or right-handed? Left, right, ambidextrous. How is this relevant? I am left-handed. What is a pension plan? Now I thought, not what I thought it would be. Something worth considering. I don't know. Important. I'm going to go with important. Do you drink energy drinks? I drink Lucozade, but the sugar-free one because I'm diabetic. So we'll go with sometimes. What's your idea of a good time? Doing whatever I want on my own, going out on the town, reading and relaxing, being pampered by friends and family. Going out, I guess. It's none of the others. Let's say you just broke your finger. What's your reaction? Ow. Oh, bother. Whoops, that can't be good. I'm going to die. And just, ow, I suppose. Get on with it. Time for a vacation. Where are you headed? New York, Hawaii. I don't care as long as there's no work. The Baseball Hall of Fame. I'm going with I don't care as long as there's no work. Which do you prefer? Something sweet, something savoury, something spicy, something healthy? Sweet. Being diabetic, they're rare treats these days. What's your style of dance? Break dance, disco, tango. You know, just whatever feels right. It's going to be that one. I can't really dance either, can I? Touch your toes. No, I can't do it. Yes, no. Toes, I can touch the floor, or let's not find out. I can't do it. Last one. You ready? When you need to think, you go for a long walk, retire to your bathroom, consult your favourite advisor, or space out. Space out. What's my answer? Hang on, calculating the results. Here we go, calculating the results. Hope this doesn't take more than 25 seconds. That's all there is on the intro to this. Then that could be quite embarrassing, couldn't it, if I don't get the results now? Oh, hang on. View my quiz results. My mental age is 12. You have a wild, fun and curious mind. You're always eager to learn new things and explore new surroundings. Adventure is in your nature and happiness is your middle name. Yeah, do you know what? I'll take 12, I suppose. I'll take that.
In my hands, I've got all that I own.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
5:08. Friday's Drive Time on atomradio.co.uk, on TuneIn on iTunes Radio and Smart Speaker. Earlier on, I cut my grass. First time this year I've done it, right? So we have a black bin for rubbish, a red bin for recycling, and a green bin for garden rubbish. Understandably, I've not used the green bin since the end of last summer when I last cut my grass. But then I went to put the grass cuttings in there yesterday, only realising somebody's relationship probably isn't going well. Because when I opened my green bin to put the rubbish in, at the bottom of my green bin was a bouquet of flowers. Now, this bouquet of flowers was basically, I mean, they were dead, but they looked like they probably were quite nice flowers at one stage, but they were unwrapped and everything. So you can imagine, can't you? Somebody's bought flowers. Perhaps they've done wrong. I'm not assuming. One of my neighbours has bought flowers for their other half, and they've been told to shove their flowers. So they've obviously shoved them in my bin. And, somebody's relationship isn't going well, is it? I mean, they've been there for a while because they were dead, but Just a strange thing. You don't really expect to find that. At least I suppose they put them in the green bin for the garden rubbish rather than the black bin or the red bin, as the council would call it, contaminating my rubbish.
atomradio.co.uk.
I'm guessing that somebody has done something wrong. And those flowers were perhaps to make up for something. But seriously, I kid you not, I opened the lid of my green bin, first time since the end of last year when I've cut the grass, and inside is this bunch of flowers. They're still in their paper wrapping and everything. There was a card, and I didn't actually open the card, but there was a card in there and everything. I didn't open it. I just chucked the grass on top of it. But I'm guessing their makeup offer was actually rejected. Before we go, can we just have John Burko, Bambos Charalambos again from @Rotary on Twitter? Can we? Well, I'm in charge. We can.
Bambos Charalambos. Bambos Charalambos. Bambos Charalambos. Bambos Charalambos.
That is episode 38 of the podcast for this week. Thank you so much for checking it out. If you haven't already, subscribe. There'll be more goodness next week when Drivetime returns Monday afternoon on Atom Radio. We'll also do it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday as well. Final week of the school term as well here in the UK before the Easter holidays. All that and more for you on Atom Radio. Don't forget you can join my good friend Graham Bell in the morning as well from 7 a.m. He will wake you up, and that is UK time. Your podcast finishes here for this week. Drive Time continues next week on the radio at atomradio.co.uk, on your mobile via TuneIn or via iTunes Radio or via your smart speaker. Don't forget to subscribe to this. You'll get the notification next week when a new one is up. Enjoy your week.
Atom Radio. Ooh, yeah. Playing the music you want to hear.
Mark Denham.
atomradio.co.uk.